Namaste. Welcome back. Well, I got the demo work done and got this all fixed up. I went through and I realized that since I'm keeping this water chute that I should take these wool blocks out that I was putting as temporary blocks and replace them with quartz. So I did that. That's all cleaned up, taken care of. And I've been looking at what our options are for storage. And originally I was thinking, I would have floating, these racks floating in these with walkways going alongside this column, and uh, taking some advice, I wanted to widen this to 4 wide so that you can get a better perspective on what was here. So even these would mark the ends of actually they would be here and go all the way to this wall. All of this needs to be pulled back to here because this was dug in for special things, and this is actually the end of the building, as you can see from the quartz on the ceiling. So I need to tear this out and bring it all back here. So bringing it to here, we could get like 32 double chests in there, and we've got 20 now. And while that's an improvement, I think I'm looking for more than that. So I thought about other ideas to do this, and what if I pulled this back and made it shorter, so there are a couple of islands of let's see, this is 8 double chests here, so this is 4 across, and then 2 chests up high, and that creates a walkway all the way around. And then what if we repurpose this? Because we've moved these villagers upstairs. We're not getting the zombies and coming around so much. What if we repurposed this wall and put chests in this wall, in this long wall? That would give us quite a few more, and we could even do it on this back wall. So there would be storage there, storage in the wall. We wouldn't even necessarily have to have these floating storage islands, if you will. We could use this space for other things, but I think I want to keep this floor to a certain special to one single purpose. Is what I'm trying to say. One single purpose, and that is storage. So that's why I moved this set. This would mark the end of the set of the floating case. So this would be some sort of wall. And move this back because this would just be a walkway island. You wouldn't actually access chests through this side. You would access them here or on the other side this way. So that way you can come down from here or up from the mines and access chests on either side here, and also come around the side here to access them. You can come in from the nether and access them here. And I don't know that there's actually a reason to come in on this side and access them here. I suppose if one used this to go up, that may be a reason to access from this side. I just don't want anything close to this window over here. And this makes a nice symmetrical layout. So I think that's what we're going to go with. We're going to first put some, well, we have to think about what I want to have where, right? Because it would make sense to put the nether stuff closest to the nether, because we would be coming in right in from there, and similarly the sorts of things we would be pulling out of the mine, ores and stone, they could go in one of these end racks here, one of these floating racks. And so we've got to do that, and there's more demolition to do, including pulling this out. And so I've got to think about what I want to do wall-wise. So this has got a pattern that, it got torn up a little bit by putting in these daylight sensor crusher traps. And if we're going to be poking holes in here, all of this clay is going to go anyway. So I'm wondering if it makes sense to have any clay as walls in this level, or whether we just all of these will be holes for chests. So maybe I just go ahead and tear those out and create the holes and everything. And so material wise, I had the dark oak wood surrounding the old storage area, and I could do the same thing in these walls. The thing I'm concerned about is with so much of that wrapping all the way around here and on this island, and the whole entire floor is dark oak like that. I think it's going to overwhelm it. I think we're better off by using quartz stairs and blocks as appropriate. So the ceiling wraps down and meets the floor. Since I can't make slabs or stairs with clay, unfortunately. So I think what I'm going to do is cruise along here and put in these, tear this stuff out, secure the perimeter again, and get the little cubbies made for chests and get chests put in and in the walls. And I'll come back to you and we'll build these floating island parts together. So I want to do a little bit of decorative stuff on the ends, noodle around with that with you. So let me go dig into the walls and I'll see you back here. All right, all the chests are in. You can see I've put them all along this wall and all along this wall. And a lot of other things have changed in here as well. I tried putting in the book, floating chest islands here, and that didn't work out. It just didn't have enough space around them to make everything flow well. So I thought it's not really worth it just for the extra couple chests that would go in there. So I repurposed that and decided, you know what, let's put our enchanting setup down here. We moved it from the second floor. It was in the redstone lab. Move that down and set up a brewing station here. So I've got all the ingredients that I process first, and then the actual reagents to create the potions in that guy. And I set up the same categories that I had previously, and I broke some things out. Like, for instance, glass used to be in manufactured utility. Well, I had so much glass that I just created my own separate glass chest near that same one. I'm going to grab some glass because I'm going to do something with you here instead of building these things. So a quick base thing, you see there's some rail here. That's because I got a little project going with my my infinite villager breeder. I'm populating cells on an iron farm, so the rails run down here. And you may recall that this hallway was shorter, so I added some extra length because I was having problems with my portal synchronization, helping me move the villagers into those cells. And so I put this portal back farther, and in the back, out here in the nether, I moved my nether side of the portal. It had gotten moved early on. It was on, dang it. Oh, come on, you. Do the parkour. There we go. So it was on that side of the nether tunnel to begin with. And when I was tricking this out, I decided to move it to this side. And yeah, that caused some portal synchronization issues. And so that's been moved. Out here is the, in fact, let's move a villager together. How about we do that together? So you'll see the whole process, and we'll be going through the base. So you can see some of the changes that have happened since the renovation of the first level. And so I turned this water elevator chute into a drop chute. So it's got a block of water 3 blocks up. And we can drop villagers on a rail. They just drop right down onto a power rail down there, and it sends them over to the other door. So we've got this gentleman ready to go over. We got another guy in the incubator, what I call the incubator. Oop. This one. So let's get this water bucket out of the way, and we'll put that rail down So that guy will zoom along here. So we'll follow him, Mr. Cleric. Ooh, okay. So I got one more guy to put in this cell to be sure that I've got them all. So we're going to put that there to keep him from wandering too far. And we'll put another couple here. Then we just break this. And that often will, just like that, send them into the portal. So we'll go through and recover that mine cart. And we'll have to try to get this parkour jump again. There we go. Where did he go? He's there. Okay, excellent. So we can push that in there and pick him up. Not quite. Come on, get it. Get it, get it. Stop jumping on there. Okay, try it again. Stop your crazy jumping. There we go. Now he's still. That should do it. Okay. Well, he's in the cart. Now we're going to have to push him up the hill because it didn't work to get him down onto the power rail. Let's push him. There we go. Okay, so he goes in this little teleporter. And so I've got to switch here. Oh, hey. I broke the redstone earlier. I must not have fixed it right. Darn it. Oh no, there's no redstone involved in this. Why doesn't that switch work? That should power that. Let's replace it. Maybe something's wrong with it. Okay. Is some redstone confounding that? I don't think so. Well, anyway, we'll just do it this way. The low-tech way. And we'll just plug that up. Huh. Okay, well, anyway. We'll break that. He'll be free. And he popped through. And we'll go through after him. So here we are up in a cell. And we just need to push him into this hole with the other villagers. And that job is done. This is here in case they get stuck in that corner and don't want to go. So I'll just push that and it pushes them over where I am and then they hop down in the hole. Okay, so we've got the villager moved. So why is that not working? Now it's working. Okay, somehow it was confounded with that other switch, I think. Okay, we've got them all moved, so I can tear this out. I'll do that off camera. My wool scaffolding. Yeah, and I also moved this wall here used to be right up against the portal, and I created a little space behind there. And the other thing I got rid of is the water curtain. And I did that because while I was getting a few gold nuggets that way from pigmen, I worked with Tom in the Box to create a gold farm. And so it was no longer worth the hassle of jumping through that water curtain on the way in and out of the portal every time to get a little bit of gold. And so, yeah, that's done. And the iron farm is there. And let's see what else is going up here. Putting in the central shaft messed up the redstone, got into the redstone for this. So the synchronized smelter doesn't work. Put in a pumpkin farm there. And let's go check the iron farm real quick here. See what's going on. I'm going to sprint down here. Yeah, so the gold farm has been working okay. I've not been really happy with the conversion rate of iron to gold. You know, I used 40 blocks of iron and netted something like 12 gold blocks from it, and some other drops. But yeah, it's not great. I mean, the iron is free for me obviously because I've got the iron farm set up. It's just I was thinking about and talking with Tom about the idea of it would be really nice if I could get the golems that spawn from the iron farm to just go right into the gold farm instead of converting them to iron and then rebuilding golems with iron. There's a lot of loss there. Slack, I think, is the term. And so, yeah, it would be nice to be able to get them directly over there. Let me throw these things in here, get them out of my inventory. Dunk. I don't want that glass in there because one of the things we're going to do is, I got extra wool for some reason. Okay, and put the flowers over here. So I've got this villager spawner going, and I need to put villagers somewhere, and I need to create another village, if you will, because this is a village, and then you can see cell number 2 of the iron farm. It's still got some dirt scaffolding on the outside, is there, and then under that, directly under that, 100 blocks, is the first cell, and so golems spawn in those because there are villagers in there, and then from here he drops down, and the ones in here drop down, and there's a lava killing station underneath there. So one of the things that we need to do is create I've already got a tunnel dug underneath this land here, and I was thinking I want to put them out on this little jut of sand. There's a little sandbar out here, and it seemed like a cool place to put a little tower. So we kind of create an apartment tower for them out here. So right out here, this piece of land. Unfortunately, the tunnel, it's the same one that I'm using for the gold farm, so it's just below the surface, and so it cuts through this water. So we're going to want to put some glass down here. So I need to go to 458 on the axe. So here's 458. And so I just want to create a little glass here. So we want to cover, I think this will do it, so that I can mine that out. Oops, let's go up and get some air. I'm not sure how, I think this is the right depth. Oh, you know what? I can tell by going, come on. Okay, back here. Oops, my mouse slipped. Let's find that spot again. There's the glass. Okay, back here, there's a little pond that I ran into already when I was mining through this. Oh, I don't have my depth strider boots. No wonder I was moving so slowly in the water. I left my armor back in the base. Okay, so yeah, there's water here. I think that's the stone that I lay in order to get through here. So that's at Y 60. And so if I can, was that at 458 as well? 458, 60. Okay, so if we have glass at that same location over here, boy, I really should have put my depth strider. I've gotten so spoiled by having those. Okay, 458. And then is this 60? Yeah, 60. Okay, excellent. So I got the right height. So we just need to continue this glass. Boy, I have respiration on my diamond helmet too, so this task is made much more difficult without having those enchants. So shall I put it like this? A nice squared off. Okay, so if I dig that out, this is going to fall as well. Oops, sorry about that. So let's just take these right now. Should use my shovel because the speed's not so fast underwater that it's going to mess me up. Okay. And, oh, you know, this other is going to fall as well. Oh, that's clay. Hello. Give me the clay. Give me the clay balls. Okay. So yeah, that's the update, the latest. So iron farm done, gold farm done. There's some tweaks that I want to make to it. I did some improvements already. I added an item sorter. So basically it grabs all the drops that I want to keep, which is everything except the gold swords. And it takes the gold swords and dumps them in out the side. So this is built in the ceiling above the nether, above the ceiling. And so yeah, it just dumps those. Okay, I think I'm just gonna have to dig all the way, aren't I? Yeah, it dumps them out the side. And yeah, I don't have to deal with the swords. So they just sit on the ceiling. There's some other improvements. You know, we ran into a problem with, at first we were getting a number of zombie spawns, regular zombie spawns, in addition to the pigman spawns, and that was due to the glowstone lighting being in the ceiling, so there were some darker areas. And so I got all that taken care of. And yeah, the zombie spawns dropped pretty significantly. They're still spawning, interestingly enough. So I guess that's just a matter of the social effect. I wonder if I can dig that in place. No, place glass before it falls, and the answer is no. Okay, so let's drop some glass in there. And so yeah, there's still a problem with that spawn happening. Oops, that glass doesn't go there. That glass doesn't go there either. Goes down at this level. Let's see, one more level down? Yeah, it goes at that level, so I need to clear this level. Yeah, so it's enclosed in glass, the iron farm, and I thought it would be helpful to create a way to get the iron golems in there, because they're being destroyed between the zombies and the magma creams. They're being destroyed. Get out of there. And so, yeah, I thought it might be nice to build a way to inject golems into the portal, or into the gold farm. Not sure how to do that. I've got some ideas, but I have to test them out. I want to not have to keep breaking the glass. Although it might be nice to build a doorway into it, because there was a lot of experience balls that drop in the process of populating that. Okay, that should be glass right here. Okay, so I can clear this stuff. Yeah, so see how much of this I can dig while I stand in the air pocket. Okay, looks like we got a spot to fill in. No, just glass to place. Okay, so if I put, yeah, I was thinking I could put a ceiling on here and just put the sand above that. It might be a good idea to put a sandstone one, but that's okay. Oh, you know what? I used up all a stack of 64 glass. Okay, so I'm going to finish putting this tunnel in here, this glass covering, and then dig the tunnel the rest of the way. And so the next project there is to build an apartment to populate villagers. So I'll selectively breed them in the incubator and with the villager breeder, and then populate the ones that I want to keep out there. And yeah, then we'll have villagers to do trades with, and there'll be just a short underground rail ride. Might actually be cool to put an above ground station. That would be cool, actually. Oh, maybe I don't want to finish this tunnel. Maybe I could put a rails skyline kind of thing from here through these trees and over to a tower. Oh, I'm liking that idea. Okay, let me play with that idea. And yeah, we'll see in the next episode. Maybe we'll do that project. Until then, thanks for watching. Namaste.